David Attenborough warned the BBC against lowering the TV licence fee. Hi, it's me again. We're going to talk about this story today. Hi, it's me again, and I thought today we could talk about another newspaper article. Now, you all give me loads of grief about using the Sun with it being terrible, but today I've gone even more terrible. We're looking at the Express, and the headline is, Sir David Attenborough gave a stark warning to the BBC that lowering the licence fee would lead to worse content being produced and threaten the institution's very existence. Now, this is the David Attenborough that now works with Netflix, which has got absolutely nothing to do with that, I'm sure. Let's read on. Sir David's relationship with the corporation goes back more than 6 decades when he appeared on TV for the first time on Zoo Question in 1954. I didn't know this bit. He was appointed controller of BBC Two 11 years later and thus responsible for programming the channel. Sir David's experience in the role helped him to understand the cost of wildlife documentaries but argued they were more important than reality TV. I do think he has a fair point there. I would rather watch one of Sir David Attenborough's wildlife documentaries than most of the reality TV stuff that they put on the telly nowadays. Not quite the fan of all of that. Let's read on. The BBC angered the public last year when they stopped giving over 75s a free TV licence, and later the scheme was reintroduced but only for those on pension credits. It also came as 250,000 fewer people paid the annual £157.50 fee, and some used the service while exploiting the digital loophole, the BBC's annual report stated. Tim Davie, who replaced Lord Hall in September, sought to reduce the number of people using online BBC services such as iPlayer, without paying the licence fee. Well, it's easily fixed, Mr. Davie, isn't it? When you buy your TV licence, you can issue them with a username and password or a special code which allows them to use iPlayer based on their licence. And then you don't have to come chasing after people like me who would never use BBC iPlayer by sending us shitloads of letters. I digress. Let's move on. Sir David said the BBC has to be there and has to do things that others don't tackle because they don't think it's worth it commercially at the moment. That is something I agree with. Like, you could go with any weird, crappy idea to Netflix or Amazon. They'll buy it. They'll buy it. What was that thing I watched the other day on Netflix? The Dig. The story of when they uncovered Sutton Hoo up in Suffolk. And it was not very exciting at all. That watchable, granted, but you can't help but think a normal channel wouldn't have made that. But Netflix and the streaming services are so desperate for content, they will make anything. And that's where the BBC should be stepping up and just doing the quality stuff. But yeah, I don't know. He singled out BBC Two especially as they often created big serious programming. Again, true. I'm pretty sure the Louis Theroux documentaries were for BBC Two, and they were pretty fantastic, most of them anyway. Top Gear, the newer one, when Clarkson started it from when it'd been boring to being in the studio, and that was specifically for BBC Two. BBC Two was pretty good, wasn't it? I guess. I don't know. It's been a while since I watched BBC Two. Sir David explained that documentaries like his took years to film and felt there was a great reluctance elsewhere to do that sort of project. During an interview with Andrew Marr for the Royal Television Society in 2016, he admitted that without such boldness from the BBC, his shows would never have aired. When asked if it would be a terrible thing if the BBC vanished, Sir David stated, "Oh yes, there's no doubt about that." Now, Sir David's opinion on this is obviously a little bit biased. He's worked for the BBC for a long time, making programmes and being the head of BBC Two, which I didn't know. So his opinion is biased. We've paid his mortgages, basically, on all the properties I'm sure he owns. So take it with a little bit of a pinch of salt, but he does make some fair points. Let's see if there's anything else worth noting in this article. Sir David said, if it were to be the case that the BBC didn't necessarily lose the licence fee but had a reduced licence fee, that strength would be weakened. People would make easier programmes that don't require so much investment, so much endeavour and so much ambition. That's the danger. With the current amount of licence fee the BBC get, they're not making any of the big stuff. Look at what the big hitters for TV shows have been in the last couple of years. You've got The Crown, you've got that, what's that other stupid period thing on Netflix at a minute? I forget the name of it. Let me have a look. Hold on. Ah, there it is. Bridgerton. Bloody Bridgerton. Now, it was quite a big budget thing, along with The Crown and Queen's Gambit and all these things. Bloody, I hate Bridgerton. Mrs. made me watch all of them. She loved it. But the BBC would never make them because they cost too much money to make, and they just wouldn't do it anymore. They prefer to do stupid reality shows. So what do you think? Personally, I think Sir David's wrong on this. I think the BBC is failing to make good stuff now with all the money. I think if we cut the money, they'd fail even more. I think they need their money gone, and they need to be responsible for their own money on a commercial basis. If they're having to make money commercially, they've got to make better stuff, or no one will watch their shows, they won't make any money, and they'll go bust. I think that's the only way to save the BBC, is to make it commercial. They'll have to be more responsible with money. They will have to make better quality stuff. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments below, and we'll try and have a bit of a debate about it. And I will see you in another video again soon. Thanks for watching.